Prepare yourselves for a battle of epic proportions between two titans. Feast upon their voices and revel in their words. This is Dueling Ogres.
Hello, Ogres, and welcome to episode 218. Thank you for joining us as always on this festive Thursday evening, Earth date December 23rd, 2021. I'm your host, Remington Hitchcock, and with me as always, my co-host, Brandon Full. Say hello. Brandon, say happy Halloween, Brandon.
Happy Halloween. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, 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 ho. Kick down slide.
I thought you were doing Jeremy Irons again.
No. Although, I mean, I guess that works kind of for that too. Just throw a little more British into it. A little more British. Ho, ho, ho. Jeremy Irons playing Santa Claus.
Someday I want Jeremy Irons to just hear a mash cut of every time we've done his voice.
I mean, we can find somebody to do that. Maybe I'll pay Darian to listen to all of our things and do it, and then I'll tweet it at him. I'm sure he's got a tweeter. He's probably got one of them.
I'm sure he's just chomping at the bit to listen to cuts from failed podcasts.
We haven't failed yet. We're still going, just not very often.
Yeah, barely.
Listen, I want to fully turn this around at the beginning of next year. We're going to get back on the fucking schedule, man. We're going to make this happen.
Is that your plan for real?
Yes, no more bullshitting. No more fucking around. No more hemming and hawing. We're going to fucking work it. We're going to crank it. We're going to crank it and twist it.
We're going to bop it.
Bop it. Spin it. Jerk it. Jerk it. Jerk it.
Fuck it.
Jerk it. Yes, all of those things.
Perfectly describes my teen years.
And your young adult years. And some of your adult regular years.
Yeah, and my now.
Mine too. It's fine.
Just bopping it and jerking it and twisting it.
Yep. So even though we haven't recorded in a long while, we still have been recording D&D sessions. So I forgot to mute my phone.
You son of a bitch.
Some things never change, Brandon.
Yeah, seriously.
They never change.
It's been 2 fucking months since we've recorded.
And the fat motherfucker still can't mute his goddamn phone. So, we even though we haven't recorded in a few months, Brandon and I and some of the guys have been playing D&D, and then we've been recording that. So it's not like Brandon and I haven't talked to each other. But, Brandon, what have you been doing? Because we haven't actually played D&D for a couple weeks now. Or
also,
a week,
I would
at
say
least.
that we don't really talk to each other anyway.
No, we don't. Not a whole lot. We got the group
outside
chat,
of D&D, we talk about D&D stuff, but...
Yeah.
So you don't know anything about me, Remington?
No, not anymore. I don't even know what your life is all about now, Brandon.
My life is all about bitches and money now.
Oh, yeah? And how's that going for you?
Not well. I would just say not very well.
Passable at best. But at best.
I've been good. I've still been recording a podcast. I moved on from you, so I'm recording a podcast now called We're Probably Not Okay.
Yeah. See, that's what it is, everybody. It's not the fact that we don't record anymore. It's that Brandon's just too busy with his mistress podcast.
If you would answer a fucking message every so often, we might record Dueling Ogres a little more, you son of a bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about. I answer every message that you send me.
Sometimes it's just days later, but you do.
I was going to say, just because it's 2 weeks later doesn't mean that I don't love you.
I just love you in 2-week increments. But yeah, as far as my life goes, I have still been working at the library of Ashurbanipal. So that's pretty much been my life. I mean, I work 40 hours a week, so I'm there Monday through Friday. Weekends, I have my daughter.
Yep.
I'm all Christmased up. I don't think this episode's definitely not going to come out before Christmas, but let's bring some Christmas cheer anyway, God damn it.
Yeah, it'll come out before the new year.
Will it?
I'm probably going to work on it. I might actually work on it after work tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I've got, I actually have a few things that I need to do. Heavy No More is needing some stuff for his stream because he's going to come back to streaming after January. So January 3rd, he wants to have something ready that I need to work on. And I would like to have this up at least on Christmas. That would be nice. I don't know if it'll happen, so I will make nobody any promises if you're listening to this fucking a week later, but I'm going to try. And
when you download this in February, you can have a good laugh at our expense.
But I will say this. I have precisely no stories, and Brandon has stories from weeks and weeks because he still collects them. Like
Yes.
Pokemon.
I do.
But I work at the UPS store the Christmas season, from November 28th all the way through to really the second week of January. The first week of January at least is pretty crazy, both with people shipping and then Amazon returns, and then after Christmas it'll be mostly Amazon returns, and then stragglers who are like, they don't care if they get it on Christmas.
I am 100% one of those stragglers. I have a gift.
Oh yeah, me too.
To send to a friend of mine, and I'm like, I already messaged him, and I was like, well, you're not getting it before Christmas. Sorry about that, man.
Yeah. So I've been tired, more so than usual, but I will say this. I have been able to, through the Thanksgiving and Christmas season so far, been able to keep below or at 280 pounds.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So I'm excited about beating that and hopefully getting down to 230 this year. That's the goal. By the end of next year, rather, I want to be down to 230. So I'm going to try and hit that goal, or try to hit that plan really hard.
So you're looking at 50 pounds you want to lose then?
Yeah, I'm looking at 50 pounds. I want to be back down where I was in high school. That's the goal for anybody who needs a refresher.
You can put on your choir robe again, finally.
Yeah, finally. It would be great. I'll wear my fucking cummerbund. I'm sure I still have that around here somewhere.
That would be like if you were a Pokemon, you would evolve into Remington, but with a cummerbund.
Yeah. That would be sweet. I would just be dapper all the time.
You'd be Dapperington. No, that doesn't work.
No. I mean, it's okay. We'll let it go. It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
Yeah. Thanks, Santa.
Yeah, it's Christmas. We had Ginger's family's Christmas a weekend early because Jeremy and his wife are coming in town with the newest addition to the Martin family.
Jeremy Irons?
Yes, Jeremy Martin. What?
Oh, okay.
So we did that Christmas already. So that's like 2 Christmases more or less. I've got my sisters go to, and we're gonna hit Ginger's dad's again for a few minutes, and give them the rest of the things that we have for them.
Man, you have a busy ass Christmas. My Christmases are always so relaxed.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just running. I'm just working.
I feel like
crazy.
I wouldn't look forward to Christmas as much if I had to run to a bunch of places.
Yeah, I really do prefer a nice being snowed in and not having to go anywhere Christmas. But, we can't always get what we want, even on our birthdays, because mine is Christmas.
Are you just trying to remind the listeners that your birthday is Christmas?
Yes, everybody send me gifts.
Yeah.
Except for the patrons. The patrons, God bless you guys for just continuing to give us money and pay for the pay for the Libsyn because I haven't like stepped it down or anything. I mean, it's still $20 a month. That just comes out every month. So bless you guys. I appreciate you to the moon and back.
I would say the patrons are the best Christmas gift we have.
They are, but everybody else who isn't a patron should send me presents.
What kind of stuff are you wanting, Ram?
Pokemon cards.
You don't want Pokemon cards.
I do want Pokemon cards.
Why do you want Pokemon cards? I've never known you to want Pokemon cards.
So I can re-gift them to you, buddy. That's
but
the best.
I took all my Pokemon cards and gave them to you. This is a real gift of the Magi situation.
I was just hoping that you were going to call me out on being the dick that re-gifted my gifts.
Do you re-gift?
No. No. Not that I can recall. I don't think I've ever re-gifted.
I don't see anything necessarily wrong with it. Like, if somebody told me they were a re-gifter, I wouldn't judge them. But at the same time, I would be pretty upset if somebody re-gifted something that I gave them.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the nature of the gift given. So, like, if you were like, oh, here's this fucking lamp that I got you because I didn't know what you wanted, but this lamp was kind of cool and it kind of reminded me of you, but it was mostly on sale, then I'd be okay with, like, you re-gifting that.
Okay. Especially if you framed it in that way when you gave it to me.
Yeah, exactly. But if I was like, here, this is a thing that reminded me so much of you, and you're like, I don't understand why in the fuck it does, but he's really appreciative of the fact that he thought of me so hard with this gift that I guess I can't re-gift it, then that's the scenario that it would be a faux pas.
Yeah.
A fox pass, if you will.
I can't say that I haven't re-gifted stuff in my life, but I feel like there's a statute of limitations to it.
Yeah. Like, you can't be re-gifting shit every Christmas.
Yeah, well, and also, if you give me a lamp that means a whole lot to you, after 10 years, I can re-gift that lamp.
Oh, so the statute of limitations is not like what the gift is necessarily. It's just like, I've had this fucking thing for 10 years. I don't even care about it anymore. Here is somebody else. New life. I mean, that's cool, I guess.
And you can't be upset about it because I've kept it for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who do we keep in our lives really for any longer than 10 years? Except for those people. Yeah, except for those people who, like, you're genuine friends with.
I don't have any genuine friends.
You and I have been together longer than that. You're my longest relationship.
I stand by what I said.
All right. Okay. Well, moving on. Moving on.
Podcast over, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. It's awkward.
Did you want to talk about what you've been up to, or did you cover it already? Because I have some stories I can get into whenever. Dude,
that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, Christmas, I work at least 40 hours and usually more than that. And it's just, I will say that this year was less hectic than last year. It didn't feel like we were quite as busy, which I guess is a testament to people feeling more comfortable or are just tired of being in their own houses and stuff if they were quarantining.
Yeah.
I think people are just going out to their families and doing the family thing, and they're bringing their gifts instead of having to ship them to people.
Yeah. Oh, man, I bet you were busy last year with everybody being inside.
Yeah, it was a fucking madhouse. I mean...
It's just boxes.
Yeah. Well, last year is when we got COVID, and it was all of us right at the Christmas season is when we all got it. Like, everybody in the store, it was just like right after everybody was just taken out. There was only 2 people that were working, and they made it through barely 2 weeks until they caught it, and the others of us could come back.
Damn, I didn't realize it's been that long since you had it.
Yeah, it's been a year. Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought there.
That's okay.
So yeah, it really hasn't been too crazy, but man, it's still pretty balls to the wall, and you have to like amp up your energy in short bursts and just fucking go 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 go. You're either stuck on a register talking to a line of fucking people, or you're in the back running around like a chicken with your head cut off, getting bubble around packages and stuffing them in boxes and throwing them on the pile. And then if indeed you do get a break, it's cleanup. So you're not even stopping to like breathe. You just have to clean up, and then the next wave hits.
That sounds
So,
like pure unadulterated hell.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to call it hell because I do enjoy the rush of it all. But it leaves me tired, and every year that goes by makes me a little more tired. That's another reason why I want to lose this 50 pounds, because I feel like I will have a lot more energy if I do.
Yeah. Man, I've been losing weight like kind of on and off. I'm not actively exercising and trying to lose weight. I've just been watching what I've been eating and eating less. So I'm down some amount of weight. I don't own a scale, but I can tell that I am. And I feel so much better as far as moving around. Like, you're right. I'd like to lose some more weight and actually get some energy back and not feel like I have this gut hanging, like dragging me down to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I went from 320 down to 280 and the difference that made. Because when I was 320, it would hurt to stand up. It would hurt my feet, like hurt my feet to stand up too long. And then it would hurt my feet to be sitting for too long. So it was like a catch.
Geez.
It was a double-edged sword. Like I could only stand and or sit for so long before I started to hurt. And when I got down to 280, that pretty much was gone. I mean, my feet hurt, but there wasn't that burning hurt of like, you're too fat, fatty. It was the burning hurt of you're walking 5 miles every day. So
Yeah.
it was an exercise ache more than anything. But it's weird I like how we are old men, dude. Jesus Christ, we're talking about our body aches and pains. Like
well, you're talking about your body aches and
yeah.
pains. I'm still a young man. I've got a fucking slingshot hanging out of my back pocket and spinning the propeller on my beanie.
We're like the old men neighbors at the fence, comparing scars of our bypass surgeries.
And then my feet hurt.
See this one? This one came out of my calf, and that's pumping my blood up to the brain now. This one replaced my femoral artery. I'm only running on half of what are those called? The chambers in your heart? I forget now.
Cockle?
Ventricles.
Ventricles.
I think that's right. Pretty sure.
I don't know.
Right. I forgot what health is.
Ventricles. See, and this is exactly the kind of conversation two old men would have.
Yes. What are they?
What are those things called again? I don't know.
Look at that bird over there.
So do you want me to start with a sad story to get a sad story out of the way?
Yeah, bring us down before you build us back up, Brandon. That's the true Christmas way.
Merry Christmas, you fuckers. Masayuki Uemura, who is the lead architect on the Nintendo Entertainment System and Super Nintendo Entertainment System, died on December 6th at the age of 78.
Aww.
He worked at Ritsumeikan University teaching video game development up until his death.
Well, that's cool. At least he was active and stayed teaching.
Yeah, I saw pictures of him. He looked like a lively old man.
Nice.
But I mean, with the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo, hopefully we don't have listeners who are like, he didn't make the Nintendo, he made the Famicom, you son of a bitch. So I get that. He made the Famicom, and it's also the Nintendo. Stop bitching.
Yeah.
Invisible person that doesn't exist.
Yeah. You fucking
Stop
nerd.
bitching, listener that's not there.
Speaking of people like getting old and stuff, and this is kind of a complete aside but ties into it. Do you remember Mr. Buttery, one of the teachers at Williamstown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him today. He came into the store with a return.
Was he ancient?
But he still pretty much looked the same. He was a little wider around the midsection, and he was like, yeah, I'm almost 70. And I was like, man, you don't look it. That's crazy. Still
You want to
full
wrestle, Rem?
of yeah, right. Still full of piss and vinegar. That one.
And I should know. I tasted.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just the idea of somebody like being a spry old man up until their death. Like that. That kind of reminded me of the fact that he came in today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were never a Nintendo guy, right? You were always I know you had a Dreamcast. What did you have before that?
Oh no, we grew up a Nintendo family.
Oh, okay. I didn't think you had one for some reason.
No, it was Nintendo 64, or no, Nintendo Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and then I think I got the Dreamcast after that, and then it was Xbox. I think. Did the Dreamcast come out before the N64?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think I got the Dreamcast just because it was so different from everything that was on the market. Like it was fucking PlayStation or fucking Nintendo, cartridge or disc. And I was like, that's cool and that's cool, but like I can get discs and cartridges for the Dreamcast. Because you had the fucking weird ass remote that you could stick the things into with the little LCD screens.
Yeah, that remote was awesome. And then you could take it out and play little games on it.
Yeah, and let's see here. I think that acted as your save card as well. So, God, can you remember save cards? Damn.
Yeah, do you remember?
Look at that bird over there.
Nintendo was hugely influential to me growing up with Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64. I know I've talked about it ad nauseum on this podcast before, but it's been like 3 months since people have heard a new episode, so I'm going to talk about it more.
Yeah.
For all the new listeners, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we grew up definitely a Nintendo family. Mom loved Mario, so I mean, we would get the new Mario game pretty much every time. Right up actually until 64. We did not have Mario 64. I don't think she liked the 3D aspect of it.
Yeah.
But
that's such a classic game, though.
I played the absolute fuck out of Star Fox 64, though.
You do seem like a Star Fox guy.
Oh, yeah. And actually, that's some of the things that Heavy has me doing is Star Fox stuff. I'm pretty stoked about doing some of that stuff. Yeah.
I got my Nintendo 64, and I think I've told you this story before, Rem. I got it for Christmas one year when I was however old I was when the Nintendo 64 came out. And I got a copy of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And I didn't even open the rest of my presents. I took it downstairs and I hooked it up to the Super Nintendo and just played Ocarina of Time until my parents had to call me back upstairs like, hey, Bo, you still have more presents.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And just with the Nintendo and Super Nintendo, I grew up with those two. So mourn the passing of Masayuki.
Absolutely.
Raise some eggnog or reindeer juice.
Sake?
Yeah, sake. Raise some KFC chicken fingers into the sky and touch them like swords. And that's how you're going to say goodbye to the passing of Masayuki.
Yeah. That's good.
I appreciate like you agreeing with me, even though that made very little sense.
I mean, for the people who understand that KFC during Christmas is a huge fucking thing in Japan, I appreciate that.
Okay, I'm glad you got the reference I was going for.
I did.
Which we talked about on one of our other Christmas episodes years and years ago.
Yes, this is all true. These are all true statements that you're making.
I'm the truther. No, that's not right. What do you think about cephalopods and decapods, Remington?
Well, I'm a huge fan of cephalopods, but those dodecapods, man, I don't trust them. That's one too many pods.
Get less pods, you losers.
Get less pods, you skeevy bastards.
Well, the UK has announced, and this was last month, the UK announced that cephalopods and decapods are sentient beings that fall under the Animal Welfare Sentience Bill. So they have officially been like crawfish, prawn, octopuses, or octopi, octopuses, whatever it is you can call them now. Squid, all of those are considered sentient.
Octopussies.
I'm pretty sure it's not that one.
It's definitely 100% Octopussies.
It's definitely. I'm not sure of much in life
I'm
anymore,
looking
Brandon.
at
But the one thing I am sure of
definition.com right now, and it says Octopussies
on Google.
on definition.com.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
Not
ask
Dix,
Jeeves and see
not
what Jeeves
Dix, not
says.
not dictionary.com, but definition.com,
Yeah,
which I'm
I
pretty
like
sure
that.
isn't a thing. I can kind of see octopuses, octopi, octopussies, and I guess maybe by definition, but well, no. Octopuses are like have been proven to be very intelligent, like way more than we might even think that they are.
Oh
Now,
yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if we can say the same for squid, and shrimp are just shrimp, yo. Like they're the filters of the sea, or prawns, as the case may be.
This also counts like crabs and lobsters too. How do you feel about crabs and lobsters?
Also, filters of the sea. That's what they are. That's what they do. They clean up the dead things off of the seafloor and eat them and process them. That's what their job in the ecosystem is.
And your job is to eat them?
No, their job is to eat the stuff that falls from the dead fish and stuff that fall to the seafloor.
Yeah, no, I
And
got that. And
yeah,
then you put yourself above them on the food chain, like their job is to eat off of the floor and your job is to eat out of the sea.
yeah.
Well, you would not be very good in the UK then because well, you can still eat them, so don't worry about that, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way in hell that they're going to stop eating prawns.
Oh dear, no more lobster for us.
No more prawns for us. No, they're sentient beings. Woof, woof, woof.
I've given my prawn a small monocle, and I'm going to ask him a series of riddles to test his sentience.
That would be great if that's just the way that they tested them.
Yeah, well, that was my next sentence. Is how they tested them. They put small monocles on different cephalopods and asked them a series of increasingly hard riddles. What walks on four legs in the morning? I've heard this one before. That was my...
Snip, 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 snip. Because this is a podcast and I can't show that I'm doing crab hands.
Yeah, so you had
snip,
to snip,
snip,
snip, snip in there.
Snip, snip, snip.
The decision follows the findings of a government-commissioned independent review by the London School of Economics and Political Science. The review defines sentience as having, quote, the capacity to have feelings, such as feelings of pain, pleasure, hunger, thirst, warmth, joy, comfort, and excitement. So that's the basis of where they chose sentience.
How many of those have to be satisfied? Because some of those are like super base instincts. Like pain is a base instinct. Happiness is not a base instinct.
They already categorize, I guess, under this bill, anything with a spine or anything with a vertebrae is considered a sentient animal.
I mean, okay.
So they're just adding these to the list. You sound like you're not okay with them calling them sentient. I'm feeling like you have a very strong anti-sea creature stance.
Oh no, I don't give a shit either way. I'll still eat them.
Will you pause for a moment though? Will you take a moment before you eat lobster or calamari and think, maybe this thing had a family?
Because at that point it's already dead in front of me, so nothing is going to change that.
Okay, so it's the same with eating human then.
Yes, 100%. If somebody sat a piece of human in front of me that had been cooked to medium rare, I would eat it without a second's hesitation.
See, I'm picturing without a second's hesitation means that literally as soon as the plate hits the table, you scoop it up.
Yes,
like a fucking raccoon. You just scoop it up and...
That's what without a second's hesitation means, Brandon.
I was pretty clear in my choice of words, Brandon.
I knew exactly what I was saying with my mouth hole.
So I do find this interesting, though. I don't know why I find it that interesting. And the more I talk to you, the more I realize maybe it's not that interesting. But I think it's cool, right?
No, it is. It's super cool. It's very interesting. It's peculiar to me that they would do that. But I mean, who's really to say what is and isn't sentience? You know what I mean?
Science.
Well, yeah, exactly. Science. But I mean, this did you even list a science thing in that list of people who were making these decisions?
Yeah, the London School of Economics and Political Science.
Yeah, economics and political science.
They looked at
which is
over
a tenuous
300
science
scientific
at
papers.
best, sir.
They looked at over 300 scientific papers and then collected the data from that to present their paper. So there was science done at one point.
Okay, so like
Marine science.
Actual marine biological science and not political science with quote fingers.
Are you? Wow, you're coming down hard on political science.
Yeah, that's because it's a joke.
It's not fucking science, you nerds. You're taking some really strong stances today on things, Remington.
I like it. I haven't laughed this hard in a hot second. That's good.
Political science is bullshit. Cephalopods are stupid.
Well, no, I was cool with cephalopods. It was the decapods that I had a problem with.
Oh yeah, that's right. I listen to about every other word that you say.
That's fair. So does everybody else. I'm used to it by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This story I teased last episode, so months ago. If anybody who is listening now remembers this from last episode.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember this.
Yeah, I would have totally forgot if Terry hadn't left us a comment. Viscount Terry W. over the second hadn't left us a comment saying, "Don't forget to talk about this."
Yes. Thanks, Terry.
Thank you for giving us something to talk about so we can pad this thing out to about an hour.
Let's give them something to talk about, and that's all I can sing.
The Eastern District of Virginia issued the first court opinion in this country addressing whether an AI system can be named an inventor on a patent. In Thaler versus Ionku, the court found that an AI system cannot be named as an inventor on a patent. An inventor, it held, must be a natural person.
Who the fuck do they think they are?
Well, apparently in Australia and South Africa, they already have said that if an AI invents something, the AI can be listed as the inventor. So in Australia, if you're an AI listening to this, move to Australia or South Africa.
Yeah, because they're more progressive there, god damn it.
Yeah, they love their robots. Australian robots. Have you seen an Australian robot?
No, man. Tell me more.
Like, does he have a car?
I'm going to let that one pass so you can tell me about Australian robots.
Oh, I was just making a joke. I was going to talk about how Australian robots, much like their people, are very attractive. Okay. There wasn't a whole lot there. There wasn't like a backing behind that. I was doing like a smooth segue or anything.
No, just a straight up face value joke about sexy looking robots. Okay.
Fucking a sexy little robot, yeah.
Yeah. Good eye.
Oh shit. Australia, South Africa. Okay, I already did that.
It's a real good Sheila, that robot.
I'm just bypassing all of this that you're saying right now.
Yep.
I'm trying to push forward with my story.
Continue onward, valiant knight.
It was called Thaler v. Ionku. I'm probably mispronouncing Ionku, but I'm going to go with it.
Is that the AI?
No. Thaler is a man named Stephen Thaler, who is the inventor of DABUS. DABUS.
Okay, and that's the AI.
Yeah, that stands for Device for the Autonomous Bootstrapping of Unified Sentience.
A little on the nose there.
Yeah, but I love the name. At least DABUS by itself, or DABUS, however you want to pronounce it.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a whatever name, but when you break down Device for the Autonomous Bootstrapping of Unified Sentience, that's badass.
Yeah, it can be on the nose and badass at the same time.
So he has an AI that the article that I read, it was like a big long fucking article, so I kind of skimmed through some of it. I'm not gonna lie. I lost my interest about halfway through. But what I do remember from the article is that the AI creates, quote, novel ideas and turns them into workable inventions. So he said that one of the things that it had invented was a fractal-based food container.
Okay.
So he has already filed patents in other countries and they've allowed it. He tried to file a patent in Virginia, and the patent office, he put the AI as who invented what he was trying to patent. And I couldn't find in the article what it was exactly he was trying to patent with that the AI created. But he put the name of the AI as the inventor, and the patent office sent it back to him, and they said, you didn't fill this form out properly. There's not a inventor on here that is an actual inventor. So that's what brought about the lawsuit. Is he saying, well, the AI is an inventor, and the other side is saying, no, we need a human.
Well, his first mistake was taking it to fucking Virginia.
Should have come to West by God, Virginia. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, God, no. But any other state.
That robot looks gay.
Yep. That's the... Yep. Kind of sad.
Welcome to West Virginia.
Yep.
It's like Hitchbot all over again. You remember that Hitchbot story?
No, I don't.
About the robot. This has been years ago, man. There was a robot that was made to be a hitchhiker. So it just sat out, and it had like a
oh yeah,
thing in it, and it made it all the way through Canada and parts of Europe, and then it got destroyed in like 2 days in America, in Philadelphia.
Yeah, in fucking it was Philly. I couldn't remember it was Philly or Michigan or something. Yeah.
No, it was Philly. They just fucking destroyed it. It's not even that funny, but it's just the idea that, you know, American values and all that. Yeah. I'm not trying to get political, but God damn it, that's where things are now.
Yeah, it made it entirely through Canada. Everybody was shaking his hand, I'm sure, giving it Canadian bacon.
Taking pictures with it, Canadian pictures.
And beers, playing hockey with it. What other random stereotypes for Canadians can I do?
They poured syrup on its flannel.
Oh, yeah. Just all over its metallic chest. So it would glisten in the cool sun of Canada.
See, now you're thinking about Australian robots again with their glistening chests.
Taught it to speak French.
Hello, I am a robot.
Sacre bleu, Philadelphia. Oh!
This episode is so stupid.
Good. Let's keep going.
I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you have any thoughts on the AI inventing stuff?
Yeah, I think that if the AI, regardless of how, trying to think on how to phrase this, saying a robot can't have a genuine and novel idea is like saying that it almost invalidates any idea that a child has.
Because children are robots?
Because children are robots. They really, it's funny, but it's also kind of true, because you have to teach miniature humans how to do things. You have to teach them the difference between right and wrong. You have to teach them about, fucking even what's hot and cold, and they learn through these experiences. And so do these AI. They are just learning through different experiences than a human would, because of the potential lack of capability from, I guess, a tactile perspective. Everything that they have to learn kind of comes from an insular thing. It comes from the internet or whatever data that is being fed to it, instead of, speaking to it or using hand motions or whatever that a human does to a baby to teach them stuff.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, and that makes a lot of sense to me, actually. And
that difference is kind of compounded in the fact that an AI learns faster than a human would. But that's really only because it's designed to do that. So, barring the argument of intelligent design for humans by a creator type person, the robots have been created by a creator, and they have been specifically designed to learn through concasitating and collecting data and using that data to extrapolate different scenarios that may or may not work, and then running through those scenarios and cataloging the ones that do work and scrapping the ones that don't. And I mean, that's how you learn. So they are in essence learning, and therefore, if they are learning and they come up with an idea without any intervention from the creator person, that's their invention. The idea that it has to be a meat bag to create something to put a patent on it is a moot idea at that point.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree with you. Sorry, I was spacing out because I was trying to find some information here, but
that's all right. We'll cut it in post.
Whatever you just said, I agree with 100%.
Yeah. No dueling ogres on that one. That one's just agreeing ogres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreeable Ogres. That's our new spinoff show.
Yeah.
Where ironically we argue.
That would be our political podcast.
Yeah. It would just be me shaking my microphone going, "Why don't you care about anything?"
Because it takes too much energy. I have more important things to do with my life than care about everybody else's.
I did look it up, though, and the youngest patent holder is a 5-year-old Samuel Thomas Houghton of Britain.
Uh-huh.
He received a patent for his sweeping device with 2 heads invention.
See? A fucking 5-year-old can have a patent. They're barely able to tie their shoes if they can.
A 5-year-old?
Yes.
Okay.
I have met some 5-year-olds who can tie their shoes. I have also met some that have not been able to tie their shoes.
Have you met a lot of 5-year-olds? Do you have like a pretty big...
I hang out a lot around kindergartens.
That does track. You do love a ball pit.
I do. I so love a ball pit.
Man, I love ball pits, even to this day. I mean, I can't go to McDonald's and get in one anymore, even before the pandemic.
I don't give a shit how fucking disgusting they are. They're fun to play in.
Yeah, fuck you. Get in one.
Yeah. What's that, a syringe? Who cares? Fuck it. The balls are round. I mean, that's the coolest part.
All right. Do you want to hear my final story, Remington?
Oh, you just bringing that? Did I say I had no stories? I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, cool. Then yes, I'm ready, Brandon. I kind of like this format better.
Where you don't have to do anything except fuddle around with the recording stuff beforehand.
Yep, and with the things that you say during, and then fuddle around with the things that we both said afterward. Yeah, I like that idea. Einstein's
handwritten notes on the theory of relativity sold at auction in Paris.
Ooh, interesting.
How much do you think his handwritten notes on the theory of relativity would sell for?
74 cents.
You're off by...
Wait. Okay, so I wanted to give a joke answer and then a real answer, okay?
Okay, all right, yeah.
Okay. 2.7 billion. Million, not billion.
I was going to say 2.7 billion. Jesus Christ.
I was thinking about how ridiculous it would be if somebody paid $1 billion, but and then that's why billion came out instead of million. But million, $2.7 million.
2.7 million. $13 million.
Okay, well, at least I was in the ballpark with the millions, not the billions.
Or technically 11.6 million euros is how much they sold for.
Yeah.
The equivalent of 13 million US dollars. I don't really have anything more than that. I just thought that number was crazy. And we always talk about, or I always bring up things at auction and how much things sell for. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So is it in the hands of a private collector now, or is it a museum or something?
I did not read that far into it.
God damn you, Brandon.
I just read that they sold. So, I mean, the article could have went on to say that it was bought by Martians, and I would have no idea because I didn't read much further.
In other news, the aliens showed themselves today by purchasing the theory of relativity scribbled on a napkin by Albert Thaddeus Einstein. I don't know what his middle name is.
I think it's Thaddeus.
Yeah, it is now. If it isn't,
Albert
if it wasn't
Thaddeus
then,
Einstein.
Yep. Which is coincidentally the name of my cat. So I named my cat after Einstein.
And you will not disagree with anybody who says that.
Nope.
So yeah, I don't know. That's all my stories. I had 4.
Yeah, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody let us know in the comments below what you thought of this podcast and the fact that I didn't have any input whatsoever in the way of stories. And,
I mean,
and
technically,
well, and everything else that I brought was tenuous at best.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I guess
it's going to be a short episode, but
yeah, I mean, cool. I'm all right with it. As far as the recording goes, we're just at 51 minutes. I mean, that means it'll be a 40-minute podcast. I'm down with that.
Yeah, it'll be a good bite-sized chunk of Christmas, especially if we can get it out within the next couple of days.
Absolutely. So if you have any questions or comments or you'd like to hear yourself on air, you can call us at 978-DU-OGRES. That's 978-386-4737. You can also reach us on Twitter at Dueling Ogres. Email us at duelingogres@gmail.com. I never realized how many ats there are in that until I started reading it weirdly. You can reach us on Twitter at Dueling Ogres. Email us at duelingogres@gmail.com. Or leave a comment on the Facebook. Yeah. Or leave a comment on the Facebook page like these nice people, Brandon.
We had a couple comments. We had a comment from the mercenary Chad Good, who posted a picture that says how it feels to listen to a podcast. And it is a man eating cereal next to some people laughing. It's really, I can't really translate a visual medium into words.
Okay, so
I'm not that good.
It's a person eating cereal in front of an ad of a bunch of people eating cereal. Oh, it's all coming together now. He's making sense of it. He's becoming smarter. He's getting ready to patent his own things.
If I was smart enough to understand that joke, I'd be pretty pissed right now, Remington.
You'll get there, buddy. That's what learning's all about.
Our rating is 0.0 stars.
What? No. That's probably the Facebook page that you're looking at, not the personal page.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Probably.
We also had a comment from the Viscount Terry W. Irvin II, who says, looking forward to Brandon's AI/patent article. Don't forget it. Again, thank you, Terry, for reminding us.
You got it, and I hope you're happy with it. You see what you made us do?
I am so old that I can remember these quarters, and then posted a picture of the bicentennial quarters.
I remember the bicentennial quarters. Or quarters.
Were they, though? Because this says 1776 to 1976, so this might be...
Oh, maybe that was the first
bicentennial quarter.
No, I don't know. I'm not looking at it. I'm the worst.
You are the worst. But yeah, those were our comments for this week. Or this last episode, not this week.
Yeah.
Not remotely this week.
That's coming soon. So thank you, Chad and Terry, for leaving comments. We very much appreciate you. And you know who else we appreciate, Brandon?
Who's that, Remington?
Our patrons, like I mentioned before. Keep up, you asshole.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you so much, Jenny James, Tatiana, Larry, a.k.a. Mumphrey, the Reverend Diamond Man, Stephen Hines, the Real Fat Tony, Heavy No More, and Mercenary Chad Good for all of the dollars that you have given us over the past few months and how I have squandered them on hookers and blow.
$20 hookers and blow.
Yes. But I appreciate everybody for sticking around and completely forgetting that you're giving us between $1 and $5 or so a month.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does help. Like you said, it helps to pay our Libsyn. So
it does.
Or it does pay our Libsyn, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it does. It pays our Libsyn, and it helps to go toward the yearly cost of the website and that sort of thing. So yes, it's very much appreciated. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe on our website, duelingogres.com, for new shows and articles pertaining to some of your favorite geek news. or something like that. And finally, be sure to leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or find us on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify. What's that other one? Pandora, fucking
Stitcher?
some other ones. Stitcher? Yeah, we're on Stitcher. We're on Podbean, probably, and anywhere else you can find a podcast. Google Podcast. Everybody's using that Google Podcast now.
Are they really?
I don't know. So until next week, ogres, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Oh, you kind of already made that joke.
You can make it again.
You said fuckers instead, I think.
The people who were listening at the beginning of the podcast are no longer listening to the end of the podcast. So about 3/4 of the way through, we have an entirely new audience.
Oh, is that how our podcast works?
Yeah. I mean, the new audience is mainly just us, but...
fair. So until next week, ogres, keep your clubs blunt.
And your tusks sharp.
Merry Christmas.
Merry night.
Good Christmas nights.
You're my favorite pizza place.
Okay, recording is started in earnest. Ernest Hemingway, Ernest P. Worrell.
Yay!
I like how I did the fucking script thing and then I fucking closed it, apparently.
Why would you do that?
I'm stupid, bitch. I don't know. Hey, everybody, listen to this. That was my soda.
I couldn't tell if it was a soda or a fat vape rip.
No. I'm not cool enough for that, Brandon. I think I died a little.
Yeah, I think I died a little too.
And now we can just be the ghost of Christmas past and the ghost of Christmas present. Which ghost would you be? Let's save that for... No, don't answer that. Let's save that for the podcast.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going in 3, 2, 1. I would like to thank... I'm going to read you that.
Okay.
So thanks to our... So thanks to our... Yeah, I knew you were going to laugh. I don't know why I started to try to bulldoze through it. Yeah.
I really got you on that one.
I was not expecting you to pull out some smosh on me. Oh, that was, man, they had a really good one. I can't remember what it was now. I think it was they have a little series that is Stan versus the internet or Stan versus other people, where somebody who knows a lot about a particular subject quizzes somebody else. Maybe it wasn't that one. Either way, they had one that literally had me rolling. I can't remember which one it was now, but if I find it, I'll shoot it over to you because I was fucking dying. Or maybe it was a Mythical Kitchen. It might have been a Mythical Kitchen too. Oh, yes, it was. Sorry, I had to work through all of that out loud.
Yeah, I noticed. John posted a picture of a little girl almost hitting a cat in a, Micro Machines car, so I got distracted.
That's fair. It's good to know that you weren't listening to me, just like everybody else in my life. All right. Well, happy Christmas, everybody. Merry birthdays to anybody
Christmas.
who has a birthday in December into January. And stay safe.
Stay safe.
Thanks for repeating me, Brandon.
No problem. I was just trying to help.
Yeah, it was good help. Thanks. I'm gonna go eat Chinese now.
All right.